Hello everyone, welcome to another video tutorial. Today we'll be looking at CSS text formatting. Let's get started. Now we stopped earlier on this particular place. We want to look at how we can style our text, on how we can format our text using CSS. Now let's get started. Ready? Now, the first thing we want to look at is the text align. Text align. Now, the text align enable you to align your text, be it at the left, the right, the center, and justify. So let me just try text align here. So let me see it. Text align. Text align. So this allow you. Let's say I want to align the H1 tag. This H1 tag. I want to make it be at the center. I want to do just come here and put the CSS property called text align. So I'm going to make it center. Take note, this is H1 selector. I'm targeting this H1. So I save my work and go to the browser. Then I refresh the browser. Watch what's happening. Now you see that the CSS borders, padding, and margin H1 tag was shifted to the center of this container in blue background color. So that is how you use text align. You can also text align all this paragraph tag. Okay, let us do that. Sorry. So let us do that. So put our p tag as our p selector. Open the curly brace. Open the curly brace and just put text align. Text align. I want to justify something. Justify. So I save my work. Then I refresh the browser. Let me see. You notice some change. Now this is justified. Justify means just align. Justify means equal margin at the left and equal margin at the right. So the next text formatting we want to look at is text decoration. Text decoration. And write it down. Text decoration. Now when we say text decoration, this is used to set or remove decorations from text. Let's add a text decoration under this in this H1 tab. So I'll come here and put text decoration. Text decoration. Then I want to underline it. So what will I do? I'll just type underline. Then I save my work. Then I refresh the browser. Watch what will happen. Now you notice that I have underlined this particular H1. So this is called text decoration. You can also change the color of your text decoration. That is your H1. You can also give it a color from here. So it all depends on what you want to achieve. So that is all for text decoration. So the next one we want to look at is text transformation. Let's just remove this text decoration. I know this. So let's give this text transformation. Now when we say text transformation, we are talking about how to convert or change uppercase, lowercase, then sentence case. Now I want to transform this H1 to lowercase. So what will I do? I go to the H1 selector in CSS and put text transformation. I put text transform, not text transformation, text transform. Then I put lowercase. I save it. Now you're going to watch what this particular uppercase H1 will give me. To turn to lowercase, I small it up, I refresh. Have you seen that now? So this is called text transformation. Or we call it text transform. So that is how you transform them. Now let us just transform this one to uppercase back or sentence case, or let us look for another way to transform it to another way. Let us see. Then I use looking for an appropriate one. Okay, capitalize means capitalize case. Then I put my semicolon. Nice. Do this. You observe what will happen now. I refresh the browser. Then after you see that. So I've capitalized everything. So it all depends on what you want. So this is what we call text transform. So that is text transform. The next one we want to look at is letter spacing. Yes, letter spacing. Let's talk about letter spacing. Now when we say letter spacing is used to increase and reduce text and reduce text spacing. So I repeat, letter spacing is used to increase and reduce text. Now, for instance, I want to apply some spacing in this H1. I want the C should have a space from the S. This S should have a space from the S. This S should have a space from the B. I'm going to apply what is called the letter spacing. So watch me. So I'll do this letter spacing. Then I'll just put any value. Let's say I want a value of 5 pixels as my letter spacing. I save, refresh the browser, you will notice some change. Now you notice that I have successfully applied spacing in between each characters or each text. You understand that? So this is called line spacing. Now let me make it 6 or 7 so that you get to see how it's going to expand on the space is going to expand from each character. You see that now. So it is expanding. There is a space between C and S, S from S, S from B, B from O. This is called the letter spacing. Now, since that is letter spacing, let's talk about the line spacing. Now, when we talk about line spacing, we talk about how to specify the space between lines. So let us look at that. Let me remove the line spacing, and I put lines. I'm going to put. I want it to be from the container that is log. This container. Let me put it here. Line spacing. Line spacing. Not line spacing, it's line height. Sorry to say. Let me change it back. It's line height. It's line height. Let me change the comment to line height. So let us apply line height to our log div class. So let me apply line height. Now, let's apply a line height of 1 pixels so that you see what will happen. You see a lot of space vertically. Just watch. You see that the space it has changed because the 1 pixels we added was too small as for line spacing. Now let us make it 10 pixels. I had a 0, then I save it. You watch what will happen now. You see that. Now this one is too small. I want it to let me make it 50 pixels so that you see the line height. I mean, so the line height will be much now. You see that, you can see that there is a line height here. This line height is quite much. Let me reduce it to 30 pixels. So I go to the browser, I refresh it. So I think this is okay. So that is how you use line height for a text. The next one I want to look at is the font family. Now we have a font family. Font family brings out the best of your fonts. It's advisable you get familiar with the font family. Let's create a font. Let's give this H1 a good font family. Yeah, sometimes you can download the Google fonts or use it, which I may likely show you during our Bootstrap class. We'll show you how to use Google fonts and font also. So let's talk about the font family. Look at the font family I have in Visual Studio Code. There are a lot of them. Now, let me take the G Sans. Now, let me explain this font family for you. What this font family means, G Sans, empty Calibri, it means that if this is the official one, if your browser does not have this G Sans, they are alternative. These are all alternative. There's some browser that don't have the machine to accommodate this or that font family. They can easily get any of the alternative. That is why it's giving me several options as my font family. Let me save my H1. I work and refresh it to see what will happen. You observe what happened. You can see that this one looks more beautiful compared to the former one. You can see this is what we call the font family. You can also change the paragraph font family. Let's change the paragraph font family. I'm going to do the same thing. The font family for paragraph. Then let's give it, let me just say what, let me give it area vertical C or trebuchet ms. So save this, refresh the browser, and voila. Now you can see that everything has changed, the text has changed. This is what we call text font family. The next one is the font style. You can get the font style of italics or whatsoever. So let us get a font style for our paragraph. And let's put the font style. The font style italic. Let me use italic. And I save my work. You observe what happened. It has turned to an italic. It has turned to the italic format of writing or text. So the next one I want to talk about is the font size. Our font size has to do with how big or how small your object is. Let's add font size to our paragraph tag. Let us say font size of 20 pixels or 20 pixels onto this one. Let's watch refresh the browser paragraph. You can see that the font size, the font size has become big. The font size, has become bigger than before. So this is how you apply font size. We also have font weight. Font weight determine how bold your text are. So I can still just put font weight, and then make it a bit bolder or bold. Make it just bold. I save this. I refresh the browser and watch it. You can see it is bold compared to before. Now you can make it to be bolder so that you will see how these things work. Font weight. So let's make it to be normal font weights. Then go to the browser. You see that now. So that is font weight for you. We also have text shadow. So let's apply text shadow to our H1 selector or H1 element. So I come to this part and just come here and apply text shadow. Now let's apply just two values. Let's say I want to apply the 4 pixels, the 3 pixels. Now 4 pixels means top and bottom. 3 pixels here means left and right, since there are two values. So let me give it a color of let's say red. So that you get to see the shadow. So I go to the browser, I do this. You can see that. You can see the text shadow. Let me reduce the text shadow. I think it's a little bit dark. Let me make it to be 2 and 1 or 2 and 2 or 2 and 1. Let me just 2 and 1. I don't want it to be too much. Text shadow is too much. Let us make it small. You can see. So this is how you apply a text shadow to your document. Now there's one thing I want to tell you about using our measurement, like the pixels, the EM, the REM. Now when we are doing pixel, if you notice, I was using more of pixels, like px. We also have what is called the EM. Now let me write a comment here. Let me just put a comment here. I need to explain this to you better. Just close the comment section. Now in counting, in CSS, 1 EM is equal to 16 pixels in our normal CSS calculation. 1 EM is equal to 16 pixels. So if I want to write 16 pixels, I don't need to put 16 pixels. What do I need? I just need 1 EM. So therefore 2 EM will be what? 32 pixels. So it all depends on what you want. You can use pixel, you can use EM. So let me use EM in this letter spacing. So let me just use EM here. So if I'm having 7, let me just change it now to, let's say, 1 EM. You see what happens. The letter spacing will be merged because 1 EM is 16 pixels. You see that now. So it's going to be merged. So that's why. So you can change this to 0.3 EM. And let's watch and see what will happen. So you can see. So it all depends on what you want. You can use EN, you can use pixel, but most times I actually love using PX, that's pixel, most times, and in most of my code I use pixels compared to EN. So I just needed to show you that, so in case you see me write code and I use it with EN, you should know that they actually mean they actually do the same thing. So I will need to stop here for today. Thank you very much.